Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to LizziefayeLovesBooks. I'm Elizabeth, and in this video I'd like to give you a end of the week update of what I'm reading so far in the month of March, mainly for March Mystery Madness, but also for the other March BookTube events that I am participating in. And if you somehow missed the announcement or the chatter about March Mystery Madness, let me let you know it has started. March Mystery Madness came in like a lion with a fantastic live stream on Janelle's channel, Too Fond of Books. And if you have not seen that, I want you to go back and watch it. I think I did mention that I was going to try to do a video about all of the activities going on in the month of March by all of the other co-hosts, but we did talk about that some right near the end of that live stream video. So there's no need to, repeat the same things again. Just please go and check out the live stream video and you will be able to get an idea of some of the events that are happening on the individual channels of the co-hosts. Now, I mentioned that I was going to do a read along, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but that has kind of fizzled out a little bit, partly because I didn't really have anyone say, yay, I'm going to jump on and read that with you, and partly because I had to go ahead and just listen to the book quickly because I have to get the physical book back to the library, and we just don't have enough copies, and it's our book club book for April, and I just went ahead and started listening to it, and I'm almost done with it. So I'll talk about that a little bit in this video. I did start a discussion thread in the March Mystery Madness Goodreads group, so you can go there and chat about the book, but I didn't break it down into sections or anything like that. And I will, when I finish the book, go on there and leave some comments, and I want to invite you to do the same. If you've read it already, or if you plan to read it, I can't even say with me because I'm already almost done with it. Anyway, I want to show you the book. This is Apparel at the Exposition by Nev March. It's book 2 in the Captain Jim mysteries. The first book, in case you remember, was Murder in Old Bombay, and we read that last year. I led that as a read-along, and it was really great. I really enjoyed it, and I was looking forward to book 2, but it's not grabbing me the same as the first book did. And I don't know if it's because of the change in location or because I'm listening on audio and I read it in print last year. I'm not sure. But anyway, I am still enjoying it, and I do want to continue with the series as more come out. I think there's a new one due out later this year. But it is not, like I said, it's not grabbing me the way that Murder in Old Bombay did. So, that being said, I have listened to a couple of other mysteries already in the month of March, and I started out with The Maid by Nita Prose. I really did enjoy this. This was super compelling. I was a little bit worried about it because I had a comment either to one of my videos, or maybe I read a comment on Discord that someone read it and did not enjoy it, and I was the opposite. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. Now, I would also use the term, I guess now I'm learning a new term. Even though I have a daughter with autism, I learned a new term because of Middle Grade March this year. They have a prompt to read a book with a neurodivergent character. Well, I've just always, said my daughter has autism. I don't usually use the term autistic because, I don't know, for some reason, several years ago, somebody said, be careful of the term autistic because that's more of a label. But if you say your daughter has autism, then that is just more of, naming a condition rather than labeling her. And I've always just done that. And in this book, the main character, who is a maid in a hotel, she is described with a lot of the characteristics of the condition that used to be known as Asperger's, and now I think it is just described as a person on the autism spectrum. But in this book, she's not labeled at all, and I think the author was trying to really make an effort not to label her, but part of me was just like, just give it a name already. And then the other part of me kind of appreciated the fact that she didn't just rush to label her, because I don't think she was officially diagnosed with anything. She just acknowledged that she saw things differently than other people. And I thought that was really good. And there is a mystery involved and all of that. So I thought it was a great book, and I would definitely recommend it. This was my book club book for the month of February, and I did not get it read. I did not go to the meeting, so I wasn't spoiled for anything. But now I'm looking forward to going back and at my next book club, chatting a little bit about it with the other book club members because I missed the discussion in February. Another book I was supposed to read in February is book 3 in the Cupcake Bakery series by Jenn McKinley. We are doing a read-along in Melmax Discord. I'll leave all that info down below. We're connected with the Killing Time with Cozies group, but the discussions are in a different Discord group. And we are reading 2 Jenn McKinley books per month in publication order. And the plan is to read all 3 of her Cozy Mystery series, which are the Library Lovers Mysteries, the Cupcake Bakery Mysteries, and the Hat Shop Mysteries. So the only one I had ever read previously is the first book in the Hat Shop Mysteries, and I'm going to reread that because apparently there is some crossover of characters and, I don't know, something that would benefit us from reading all 3 series in publication order so that we can appreciate the matchups and the mashups and the mix-ups and all of that of the 3 series. So I'm looking forward to that. And it took me all month, though, to read book 1 in the Library Lovers Mysteries. I was really enjoying it. I just kind of lost my reading groove somewhere during the month of March, and I just didn't get as much read as I wanted to, and what I did read, I just chinked away at very slowly. So I didn't finish up the Library Lovers Mystery until the last night of the last day of February. So I wanted to go ahead and get this done really early in the month of March so that I can go ahead and start book 2 in the Library Lovers. But meanwhile, I wanted to go ahead and start a cozy mystery on March 1st. So I picked up book 3 in the Southern Sewing Circle Mysteries by Elizabeth Lynn Casey, aka Laura Bradford, because there is another read-along of this series with the Killing Time with Cozies group. Also, discussions are on Melmax Discord, and I had already read books 1 and 2 in previous years, and so now I wanted to pick up with book 3 and read along with the group. So this has to be read in print. These are not available anywhere on audio, and I've been reading a chapter a day. I am now ready for chapter 5 because I read my chapter this morning. It's March the 4th, and I have kept up by reading 1 chapter a day each day, and I hope to maintain that pace or pick up the pace a little bit as I go along, because I think I don't want to go ahead and start the next Library Lovers while I'm reading this one. I would like to just go ahead and finish this one and then start the Library Lovers, and I can't then go on to the next Cupcake Bakery mystery until I've read the next Library Lovers. So one thing hinges on another, but this is not related to those 2 series. I just feel like I don't want to mix up the characters or the situations or anything like that. In fact, the names, the place names of the settings are very similar. One of them is Briar Creek and one of them is Sweet Briar. I can't remember which one's which now. So you can see why I wouldn't want to read those, along. Okay. So that's all the mysteries so far that I have read or am reading. I've got lots more mysteries to read during the month, but I'm also participating in a couple of other things. And so for March of the Mammoths, I am continuing my read in print, not audio, of World Without End by Ken Follett. I have not read some of this every day. I think I missed reading it on March the 2nd, but all the other days, including this morning, I have picked it up and read at least a few pages, and it's very compelling, very good. I've read a chapter a day in my middle grade book for middle grade March. This is to meet the science fiction prompt, and this is Rebels, which is book 2 in the Random series by David Liss, and it's very good so far. I'm very much enjoying it. I did go back, since it's been several years since I read Randoms, and I read the last couple of chapters of Randoms just to kind of remind myself of where it left off, and that was helpful. And then I went right on then and read chapter 1 of this on March 1st, and now I'm ready for chapter 5. I have read a chapter a day in that. This is also for my SAS list, or Serious About series, because one of the challenges is to finish some trilogies, and this is a trilogy that I want to finish this year. Then for the Follow Us to Fair Acre read-along hosted by Kate Howe, I am reading Tyler's Row by Miss Reed. And again, I have read a chapter a day. I'm ready for chapter 5. So I'm happy with my progress in that. So for these 3 books, I am reading so far a chapter a day. And there are 2 other books on my currently reading list that I started in print for the Little House Readathon, and I just moved those down to a lower shelf of my cart. I am not going to try to even pick those up at all during the month of, really during the months of March, April, and probably May. I am going to just put those on hold until the month of June, and then I will pick back up and go at them full force again. And that's because I just don't want them to interfere with the other readathons that I'm doing for April. And that's just because I don't want them to interfere with the other readathons that I'm doing for March, April, and May. And I just think it's better to set those aside. And I feel like I can keep up with my goals better in the books that I'm actively reading if I just, on purpose, set those aside and don't even worry about them for right now. Now, for World Without End, because this is going to take me longer than, all of these, I'm just going to, hopefully try to read a chapter a day, but some of the chapters are broken down even in smaller chunks, and they have those little squiggly dividers in between certain sections within a chapter. So sometimes I stop there, but I will try to pick it up every day. But my main goal is going to be for sure to read a chapter a day in these, and then pick this up and read a few pages, or maybe at night read a few pages just to keep up with that. I did start another book with my daughter. We finished up the Bible story book that we were reading, and I decided to go ahead and pick this up. This is a really nice book that is published by Ideals. I don't know if you guys remember ever getting any books or magazines from Ideals, but they do a beautiful job with everything they do. Their books are usually a mix of text and poetry and photography and paintings and drawings. It's just a mix, and it's usually stunning. So this is a book that my husband's grandmother gave Emily when she was very young. It says 2004, which is the year Katie was born, and Emily was just 3. So she was basically doing her gentle art of Swedish death cleaning at the time, and she said, I have this book. I know Emily's way too young to read it. Of course, at the time we didn't know that Emily was going to have any kind of special needs that she does now, but she said, I just feel like I don't want to just get rid of it. I'd like to pass it on to somebody, and I thought of you since you're a big reader, and I thought I would just give it to Emily. And I said, that's great, that's awesome. So it's been sitting on her shelves, and I think she does sometimes turn through it, but it's not something that she really gravitates towards. But we are reading it, just a page or 2 a day. It's going to probably take us about 2 months to read it. It's called He Touched Them, and it's basically about the life of Jesus and the people who knew him when he walked on earth. It is a mixture of paintings, poetry, and stories, essays, and things like that have to do with the life of Jesus. There are also photographs of the Holy Land, and I guess that's what's here on the front. So anyway, we have read some of this every day, and I'm really enjoying it, and Emily seems to be paying attention and looking and watching and listening. So we are going to continue to enjoy that book throughout March and April. And that is about it for my update. I hope to come back tomorrow with my February wrap-up. I didn't get as much read in February as I usually do, so hopefully that'll mean that my video won't take as long to film or edit, but I will try to do that soon. I've had a good day so far. It's about midday, and we're getting ready to leave right now to go to an estate sale and then on over to Plant City, Florida to watch our daughter Katie in a color guard competition. And earlier this morning, I'm happy to say I did some work on my family directory that I've been working on, and Randy helped me out with that. I did some typing, and he read me what I needed to type and got some things formatted, and so far, so great. It's been a great day, and it's just going to get better, I think. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.